you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No.
Would you like to?
So let's say you're playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on your PS3. First of all, why? Well, I guess because the online is free on PS3, but in that case, just get a PC. Oh. Well, I guess there is a valid reason to play GTA 5 on PS3. Those load times though. And what are these new types of drives? SSDs they call them. Solid state drives. Okay, but with all seriousness, SSDs have excellent advantages over mechanical hard drives. They're lighter, take less energy, are magnet-proof, and most importantly, are much faster. So perhaps this is something you want to add to your PS3? Well, I learned a few things about this process, the most important one being, back up your saves! I'm actually lucky that I kept forgetting that I have a PS3 because I didn't lose much. Just my files for GTA 5, The Last of Us, Fallout 3, but the one that hurt me the most was Hatsune Miku Project DIVA F, which I suppose is an appropriate letter now that I think about it. So regarding my PS3, I ended up softmodding mine when Sony announced that they would be shutting down the PS3 store and were therefore encouraging piracy.
It is a drawing of a key.
But then it turns out they went back on that decision because it encourages piracy, and now I have a soft-modded PS3 for no reason. But conveniently, this soft mod allows you to make backups of your games and put them in your hard drive. Not only does this mean that you can still play your PS3 games in case of your physical copies breaking, but you don't have to be switching discs every time you want to play another game. And with this, I decided to clone my hard drive into my SSD and see if that will make load times faster for big games like GTA 5. Of course, this would only make a difference for games installed directly into the hard drive.
Don't try anything you're about to see at home.
I'm what you call a dumbass.
Let us begin.
And this is the SSD that I'm going to use. I believe it has 530 megabyte read speed, which is pretty good. This is what used to be in my old computer before I changed it to an NVMe drive. It still has the old operating system, which I'm going to wipe, of course, because I don't need it anymore. And I wouldn't worry too much about IOPS since this thing was just used as a boot drive and that's pretty much it. Everything else was offloaded to hard drive, so shouldn't have too much problem. Cool, so there's my PS3, and luckily, getting the hard drive out of this is kinda easy. I say kinda because you have to pry this thing right here. There we go. Ooh, I broke that. Oh, that happened a long time ago, but there's a screw in here. There we go. Just gonna get that out. There we go. So all you do from here is just, pull that out and there you go. This is what I'm gonna clone. A temporary arrangement. I mean, I don't like it any more than you do, but I only have one USB to SATA adapter, so this will have to do for now. Alright, so here I am back on my desktop in glorious 900p, because I still haven't bought a better screen, but okay. Here I see my SSD, the one I'm going to nuke. I don't see the PlayStation drive, but I don't expect it to, since it's formatted to PlayStation. Perhaps we can actually find it in Partition Manager. And yeah, I think that's the PlayStation. Okay, well now to figure out how to clone it. First, I'm gonna use this, which is called the Aome Backuper. I really only need the cloning, so I'll just skip the Pro version. Also, weirdly enough, I have to format to FAT32, which is usually can't be done with anything over 32 gigabytes, but there are methods of doing it. So we'll see what happens. Alright, this is what I can use to force anything to format to FAT32. It's just called UI format and I got it from that website. And yes, I'm aware everything will be lost. Now let's try cloning it. This cannot be cloned. Maybe I just can't find it well, so I guess I'll try replugging it and see what happens. That right there is a guarantee that I'm going to uninstall this program after I use it. So I tried reversing it, adding the PlayStation hard drive into SATA and the SSD into my USB 3.0 adapter, and it still won't let me clone it. So not gonna lie, I'm pretty stumped. I'm gonna try to see if the hard drive still works on the PlayStation, just really quick, and see where we can go from there. So yeah, when I put the hard drive back in the PS3, it told me that I had to reformat and I had to wipe out the entire thing and just try again. Quite unfortunate, but then I had a weird stroke of genius. Like, what if I swap the hard drive to the SSD at this point instead? It sounds stupid enough for it to work. Now, I would have to softmod again, and then I would have to reinstall the games again, but hopefully, fingers crossed. Oh my god. I think maybe I pulled it off. Checking for update. Did this actually work? Yeah, surprisingly, this worked. Of course, this means that if you're going to get a new SSD and use this half-ass method, you'd have to install the SSD, go to the PS3 website to download the update file, link in the description, get a flash drive and format it to FAT32, place the downloaded PS3 file into the flash drive, place the flash drive into any port in the PS3, and just follow the on-screen instructions. Anyways, I have some comparisons. I went ahead and loaded some games using both the hard drive and the SSD to compare load times. Both drives are 120 gigabytes. Let's check it out. Let's begin with boot time. Don't expect much of a difference here since this is such a simple operating system and everything about it seems efficient and straight to the point, Microsoft. So let's get into some games. Let's start with an easy one, Tomb Raider. And as you can see, the SSD is already making quite a difference. I got into the loading screen faster and most importantly, the game loaded quickly. Here's another easy one, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This one takes very little time regardless of what storage medium you're using, so the difference is minimal. Let's try something a little harder. Now for Skyrim. Oh man, this game does not f***ing like the PS3. I originally wanted to load into Whiterun and I was going to do a fast travel comparison, but the game just didn't want to save when I was on a hard drive. So what you're seeing is the last autosave before Todd Howard informed me that it just works. Still, this should give you a good estimate on load times and a rough idea of what we're expecting. Next up is Hatsune Miku Project Diva F. Yeah, I know what you're saying, get the horny bunk. Now I picked this game because it has load screens in between menus, like what the hell. But maybe the SSD will make the menus feel more normal? But of course I also loaded my favorite song Die, which is when I noticed that songs load alongside this menu. So the game does have efficiencies, they're just very weirdly placed. And of course I booted up the game mode where you pat Hatsune Miku's head. Okay. Not much of a time difference, but if you really need to pat her head faster, then I guess this is an option for you. Alright, now we're doing the big one. Grand Theft Auto 5 is notoriously big on load screens. Honestly, I'm surprised this game even runs on PS3 and Xbox 360. But those load screens are a bit of a nightmare for most people. But wow, the SSD really shines bright in this situation. This is probably the biggest difference yet. Just look at this. Holy crap. Hey guys, I'm just gonna do the conclusion now because this is gonna take a while. So yeah, the upgrade to SSD was amazing. My load times are way down, but unfortunately I did lose all of my saves because I didn't properly clone the drive, which, you know, it made me lose a lot of progress in many games, but I don't really care about most of them except Hatsune Miku Project Diva. It's actually an amazing game, but unfortunately I lost everything. But yeah, you know, definitely back up your saves if you're gonna do this. And it's still going? Holy crap. I mean, there really isn't much more to say, you know. If you're gonna upgrade the way I did, you might as well buy like a 1 terabyte SSD and just like fill that thing with your backups, you know, back up your whole game library. Other than that, there's really not much else I can say, you know. Feel free to like this video if you like this video, I guess. Subscribe, which makes me happy. I've been pumping out a lot of content this week, so I don't know, it's just I had all these videos on a backlog and I just had all the footage. I just have to put it back together. This video was a bit of a nightmare because that timer thing, it crashed my computer several times, so I'm hoping it works now. Finally it stopped loading. Holy crap, that was eternal. I will see you guys later.